What's going on, Leo? This is your girl, Venus Dark Angel, here with another love reading for you guys. It's looking like you're dissatisfied with an offer. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, Leo. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get up into this, okay? Righty. So the underlying energy for you guys is the Seven of Swords. And if you guys can see here. So, yeah. Lies, deception, deceit. Okay? And it's starting to look this way. It's almost as if, like, there is something that might have happened in the past that you're not really being honest about moving on from, because you have the Six of Swords directly underneath that. So I don't know if you guys are dealing with a situation where you're having to be brutally honest with yourself, or you're trying, or there's not a lot of honesty in regards to something that's been moved on. Maybe an ex, a difficult decision, because the Two of Swords is underneath that. There was something that happened in the past that it's hard to let go of. You haven't let go of it yet. It's still kind of bothering you. It's still haunting you. But it's honestly, the Seven of Swords is just talking about just not being straight up, or evasion altogether. Now, okay, sorry about that. Like, anyway, in the heart of your reading, y'all have the Four of Cups. So this is talking about apathy, making a decision, and focusing on the Three Cups, right? And honestly, just not really seeing that what's coming towards you, what's coming near you, which is this this Ace of Pentacles, by the way, and not for new love. So why, I don't know why exactly your focus is on, okay, the Four of Pentacles. It could be that the reason why you're focusing on the Four of Pentacles, right, is because you've recently lost them. Oh, sorry, the Three Cups, rather. Okay, the Five of Cups, and we'll get to that in a moment. The problem here is that there's a lot of focusing on what is on the Three Cups here that is apparently not here anymore. There's a lot of focusing on something that you can't really seem to move on from. And you don't really feel like there is an opportunity out there or available for you, or that's good enough, or as good as the Three Cups that are no longer there. Because in the past, you have the Five of Cups. You've recently lost something. You recently lost something that was near and dear to your heart, and something that provided you support, and it was just truly precious to you. You may have even had a sense, you may have had a missed opportunity, and you might have let it pass by. But the thing here with the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups is saying is that there is something there. So something still available to you that you can work with. There is still something there. And it's that Ace of Pentacles. It's a slow beginning, yes, but it's going to push you in a direction where you can begin something that towards more abundance, more security, and even stability for yourself, okay? And even to regain the support that you lost in the past. Now in the present, you have the Wheel of Fortune. There could be something coming back around again. There's a situation that comes back up from a different, because now you have a different perspective, right? There could be a situation where it comes back up, and because you have this new perspective, you're able to apply that in the situation now. The situation also saying that it's fated. Whatever is about to happen, whether it is about to happen again, it's something that's meant for you to look into and really see how how you would handle it better than you did in the past. I'm not saying that you handled it any worse. I mean, you had to do what you had to do, right? You had to work with what you had. Okay? And all you were doing was working with what you knew, if that makes sense, okay? So I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune here, I really feel like it's just giving you an opportunity to look back and see, to see how you would react and how you would move forward in a situation that may not have served you very well in the past, okay? And the reason why I say that is because you have the 8 of Cups here too. That signifies emotional doneness, like not really, you're noticing the cups and appreciate the cups for what they represent, but they do not serve a purpose for you. They don't satisfy you. Okay, hand was up a little too hard. But you're walking away from a situation that didn't work for you. You're like, nah, this isn't it. This isn't it. Okay? So this is taking a risk too. So the 7 of Swords may not be, like, you may not feel that there is any hope, anything that's available to you in the world that offers you something as marvelous as the opportunity that might have passed. But that is not true. This card is saying so. The underlying energy is saying that is not true. You not being able to move on from that is feeding the lie that there's nothing that can be presented to you that's greater than what was missed. And remember, guys, one of the things that is true, and I said this even to Cancer, is that rejection is God's protection. Okay? If it's something that didn't work out, if something just kind of happened and it was like, it just didn't work out, that is saying that it wasn't, there's something out there bigger and better out there for you. There's something way better. And just because it didn't work out for that particular one doesn't mean that you don't deserve something wonderful back. It doesn't mean that at all. So, sorry, I had to do something on my phone. There's something weird. But anyway, yes. So, looks like in the future, you're emotionally done with something. You're not dealing with, you don't want to, you're done. You don't know where to go from there. You know what you're going to have to find it, follow faith and do some searching. But that's progress in a way, because you know what you don't want. And from there, you can go and pursue what it is that you do. Okay? So, it's not just knowing what it is that you want and feeling dissatisfied. It's also making those steps and saying, hey, okay, this may not be, for me, but this is not the end. This is not all I'm going to ever see. I can go find and make my passions come into fruition. Okay? So, in your crowning energy, you guys have the 9 of Swords. So, it's to recognize that everything that you feel, everything in regards to never being able to have something better than you received, missing out on the opportunities, and that's just it. That's the end of the world. It's not. I promise you. I swear to God, it's not. It's all thoughts. It's all fears. That you might have missed something that was absolutely wonderful, or you might have lost something that was just the absolute dawn data, and it just doesn't fall through. But I promise you, Leo, I promise you, whatever happened in the past, whatever you lost, whatever you're mourning, whatever you feel like it can never really fulfill up to that level, there is something out there. There is. The Ace of Pentacles is saying so. It's a slow beginning, yes, and it's going to take a little bit of work, but it's totally worth it. Okay, it's totally worth it. And I think with this situation coming up again, it's going to give you an opportunity to look at it and say, okay, hey, there were some things that were missing from this relationship that I feel like I needed, and I didn't get it from there. So I'm going to know what I want now. I know what I don't want, but I know I'm going to have to find that. And that is what's great about this whole situation. So what the 9 of Swords is saying, like, the stress and the sadness is real with what you've lost. But there's so much more to come, and that is the illusion, and that's the lie that doesn't need to be told right now, because that's incorrect. That is so incorrect. So much better, so many wonderful things are coming your way. Okay, and that's just your thoughts and your worries and your fears talking. I promise you, it's not true. Now, let's go ahead and clarify the present here. What is the present talking about? What do we need to know about this Wheel of Fortune in the present? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the present? Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. So there could be somebody that that's very focused on finances, someone that is someone that is very very practical and how they are with themselves and relationships. They can be very stable, yes, but the thing here with the Queen of Pentacles is that she's very grounding. I think you might be interacting with somebody that's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn again. Because even this could be you. This could be an opportunity for you guys to kind of like figure out, you know, what exactly is your value too. What is your worth? What are you worth right now? I think there might be a situation where you're having to look at what you truly deserve at this time. Okay. This could be even you guys working really hard, like in a position where you're working very, very hard at this time. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles again. For more information. So this is about building something that stands the test of time. You're in the beginning stages of making that, you know, putting that into effect. And I feel like with you guys, you know, focusing on what it is financially, that, you know, you're working so hard and stuff, but I think you're trying to figure out exactly whether the career that you're in or how hard you're working is really necessary in what you're trying to gain, what exactly it is that you want. Now this could be even relationships, right? If you put in a lot of work in this relationship, if you feel like that you're putting too much into it, you have to, you know, or you're putting a lot of effort into something that really doesn't doesn't equate to what you're looking for, that stable beginning that you're looking for with somebody, then you know that the future is saying that you're not going to be too happy about that. You're going to be all like, okay, well, this ain't for me then. Bye. Okay? One more card. What? The Five of Swords. Concentrate on the prize, guys, okay? When this card comes up, I do get a little bit nervous because you're Leos. And when somebody does something stupid, you know, you guys are quick to jump on that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing here is, when this card comes up with this, it can detract from the ultimate goal. It can get in the way. It can cause a ripple in the effect, you know, and not a bad ripple, but it could just petty arguments, they have nothing to do with the situation. Okay? So just be very mindful about the arguments that you get with people and the conversations that you get with people that really just deter from the main goal altogether. You know what I'm saying? So just really focus on the prize. Focus on what you're trying to do. If this is the beginning of something new with someone else, or just kind of starting on your own path, leaving someone behind that doesn't really work for you, then it is what it is. It may not feel that great, but hey, it is your truth, and you're being honest with who you are. You're being authentic and true to who you are, and that's okay. It don't matter what anybody else thinks. It don't matter. Okay? But again, if it may not feel that great, though, because, you know, of course, like, leaving someone behind, you know, saying that this isn't working, it's a hard thing. Or even arguing with somebody and just feeling like crap after because, you know, you had to lay down the law. You had to be straight with the person that you were with, right? You know, you just gotta be, you know, you gotta be straight up. If this offer is not what you want, then don't take it, you know? But it doesn't mean that there's nothing else out there for you. There's nothing else out there better for you, because that is totally not the case. There is. But that doesn't mean that the only way you're going to get whatever you truly want is through that one person, because there's just, trust me, I promise you, there's so many fish out there in the sea. There has to be another person out there that's even better than your ex, okay? Now, what can you tell us about the future? What can you tell us about the Eight of Cups? What additional advice can we give to Leo in regards to the Eight of Cups? Hangman. So you have the Hangman here to kind of clarify the Eight of Cups as a way to kind of help you okay, now with the Eight of Cups, you will be you're hit with, you know, a lot of offers, a lot of options, and you're like, this is not for me, you know what I'm saying? This is totally not my kind of cup of tea. I'm going, you know, kind of like that thing. You're emotionally done. You're leaving it behind to go find what it is that you truly feel happy. And the thing here is that there's a waiting period between that, you know. There is a time of where you have to find that information, or wait for that information to not necessarily come to you, but there's something that you need to see in great detail and from a different perspective. I think when you go about finding this, this happiness that you're looking for, try to come at it with a different perspective. Well, you are going to come at it with a different perspective. That's what it's pretty much saying. Use that different perspective. Use that perspective that you're going to be gaining in the present here as your way of finding what it is that you truly want. Your intellect, what you value. Okay, because that's one of the things that's very prominent here. The Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles twice in this reading. What do you value in a relationship? What do you value in a person? What do you value about yourself? And also, what do you see as a quality, necessarily qualities, necessarily for you to maintain a stable life? And that, when you do that for yourself, it'll bring in the person that you're looking for. It'll really help you decide and figure out exactly what it is that you truly want. Okay? Yeah. Knight of Swords. Yeah. That idea, those ideas, that experience that you're gaining, use that experience to be the light, the clarity, and the truth that you run with, okay? That you fight for. Because that's what's going to help you find what it is that really, truly makes you happy, that Nine of Cups. Okay? Now, what kind of additional information can we get with the Nine of Swords and the crowning energy? Okay, the Page of Swords. So this is very interesting because you have, like I said, the Seven of Swords, the underlying energy, using, evasion, lies, deceit, etc. It's very interesting that this comes up in your underlying energy. I feel like this is talking about gaining information, being very sneaky, but also conveying your message very clearly, being open and speaking outward about how you feel. Don't bottle that mess in, okay? Talk about your fears, and you recognizing them to be just fears will help you decide whether or not, your situation can be improved or not. You know what I'm saying? They're legitimate problems, but if they're just fears, then they're just things that are just holding you back. It's that tiny little voice in your head that somehow got louder, got a boomaphone or whatever the heck it is, yelling in your ear like, "Don't do this." Don't listen to that. Okay? But the thing here is that the situation looks like either you guys feel like I said before, if you guys feel like there's nothing better than what than the opportunity that had passed, or the situation that had passed, the milk that was spilled is no longer going to be, you're never going to find that great of tasting milk. And I'm only using that as an example. I know it's more serious than that. But if this is a situation where, again, you're presented with an offer or something like that, that seems very similar, you have to find the value in that. But there's focusing on the Three Cups here and not really, you're hitting an emotional plateau because, you've lost something very, very valuable to you. But you noticing that those things are valuable to you will be able to help you figure out what it is that you truly want as well. Utilizing utilizing those cups and figuring out what about those cups that really made you feel good. Okay? And why did it make you feel good? Like, truly find out that why. That's what's going to get you to where you need to be, what you're looking for in your relationships, okay? And that's why also looking into it, that Nine of Swords energy, ciphering out between, the actual worries, the actual concerns to the worries and the fear, because that's what's going to keep you away from pursuing something that's going to stand the test of time, like I said, give you that support, stability, and security, right? That new beginning that can really get you to a place where you feel good and surrounded and stable. Because it's just a lie in your head that you can't get anything better. So you have to use your interactions as a way to, and how you feel about those. What was lost in the relationship last. What you're interacting now. What do you see as qualities in a person that is stable for you? What qualities are you looking for? And those things you can use to help you find what it is that you truly want. Now with the wisdom of the Oracle, you guys have new life. New life. You have new life, okay? So this is beginning anew with ideas, a different perspective, and trying to go about life with, with an open mind. And obviously, that you've finished the cycle where it was not great. Actually, you didn't finish the cycle, excuse me. It's the 5 of Cups. You're noticing that what didn't work for you, but you're making the steps now to figure out what exactly can be pursued from what was gone, or what is left, rather. Okay, you figure out what can be pursued from what is left. There is still something left. What's left over, you feel is not good enough. But you have to find the value in that. What is your dreams? And you have to find, the value in your dreams and pursue those things. You guys have receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Okay? So, this offer could be something that really might change your world here. It could. So it requires you to really look at this offer for its realness. Don't think that it's just, oh, this is BS. Okay? If there is literally clear signs that this offer is BS, then it is BS. But look look beyond the surface. If it's truly not, for you, if it truly doesn't hold the value or the thing that you're looking for, then it just ain't for you. And that's where you have to find it. You have to look for what it is that truly makes you happy. But you have to decipher between the lies and the the fears to the actual concerns, anxieties, and worries, because all those things are mental stuff and things that come from us. They don't actually stop our movements. They stop our us from believing. What do you truly believe in? And that's what you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Be brutally honest right now. Okay? Alright, Leo. I know I got super dark in here, but I do want to let y'all know that I really hope that you guys have a wonderful new year. So a happy new year. Thank you so much for viewing, and so much for all my my clients out there. Thank you so much for your service. And honestly, guys, really, this situation is difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's difficult, but you guys are gonna be all right. Just stay strong. You guys are Leos. You got this. The North Node is in your sign. You guys got this. Extra pressure, right? No, I'm just kidding. All right, love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.